Championship, Premier League, we were always going to sign a load of players. You take the positives out of what we've signed. We've only got a couple of loans now. We've got a lot of permanent players. So for the last 3 years, I have worked with a lot of loan players, and my staff got them to a certain sort of position and then handed them back. At least we can, carry on our work now with these players. You come up against City last night, and the players that have been there a long while, managers been there a long while, and that helps, of course. So we've got a chance now to try and do that. Okay, short term, we've got to win games, we've got to play well. We've got to become a team as quick as we can. But at least now we know we can do it with players that are here for the long term. And sort of, like I said, unique summer in terms of the amount of players that have come in, but was always going to be the case and part of the plan. We've been calm internally with it, even today, going into the final day. And we hope that when the window shuts, the squad that we put together, we can bode well for what we want to become. I mean, listen, we don't know, to be honest. What I do know is that I'm not going to use it as an excuse. I'm not going to say we'll be ready in X amount of time, because we've got a game on Saturday and we've got to be ready for that. So that's what my focus is. I never look further than the next game. I never have done. Whether there's players that have been here for years or whether they've come through in the last couple of weeks, it's irrelevant to me. We work the way we work, we train the way we train, we stick to our values and beliefs day in, day out, and I believe that's what helps you become the team that you want to be. So for me, I want us to be connected on Saturday in terms of a team, and we'll commit to every game as it comes. No, nothing in terms of injury. Players are reporting a little bit later, so I haven't seen them, but I know there's no obvious injuries from last night. Obviously, a tough week physically was always going to be the case in terms of 3 games in a week and only 2 days between each game, which is not normal really. You normally have at least 3 days between one of them games, but that's fine. We'll always deal with it as it comes, and I'm sure that the team will be feeling like I am. Obviously disappointed from last night, but really motivated. Because I want us to be a team, and I want to be a manager and a set of staff that doesn't just sort of smile after wins and be happy, but can show that we can deal with defeats as well. Because, like I said, recovering from setbacks and losses and poor performances is a massive part of succession in the succeeding in the long term. And we've got an opportunity to do that now. Well, it's a game that we want to win. It's a game that we all our preparation will be on succeeding in the game. This league is the best in the world, so every opponent that you come up against is going to be of a certain level. It's a game that we've got to make sure that we're ready for, and that we're at a good level ourselves. And like I said, I go back to what's happened in the last couple of games is made us really focus on what we bring to the next game. It's Bournemouth at home, so let's just concentrate on ourselves and make sure we're ready to play. Well, I think what will be important for us is that after Saturday there's 9 days between Leeds, and then we've got some training weeks, if you like. We haven't been able to do much training this week because of the 3 games. It's been a bit like last season, really, play, recover and play again. But like you said, with the up and coming games, it does give us some training ground opportunities, and that will help, of course, because I believe in the process of the training ground and what you try and do on there, and even before and after with meetings, etc. So that will help for sure. But what we've got to do is maximise that time and try and use it wisely. Well, it's not so much a big squad. It's a normal sized squad in terms of the numbers that you need to train well every day, and to have, there's 9 subs this year. So I wouldn't say it's a big squad. It's just a big amount of new players. So there's, there's 2 different things there. to have, like I said, going back to the 9 subs, to have a strong bench. Obviously, there's people that need to be on it that may not be happy. So that's just the world of management, I think, in the Premier League. I think that's the world of management now with the 9 subs. So it's not just a question you could ask me. I think you can ask most managers in the league that about keeping everybody happy. But there's nothing new in that. All players want to play, but not everybody can. And you sort of disappoint an element of the group every time you pick a team, and that will never change.